everybody, I am Tiffany and today I am doing another book review. Whoop whoop. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I'm excited for this one because I haven't read a fantasy novel in a while. And this book, by the way, that I'm talking about is A Shadow Bright and Burning by Jessica Cluess. This was another of my Y'all West books, slowly making my way through that pile. Have this one that I just finished. I have one more that I'm reading right now, and then I'm done with the Y'all West pile. Celebration time! Woo! I just feel accomplished getting through that pile, because that's been up there forever. First of all, the cover just got me so excited. Look how beautiful this cover is. Look how pretty! If you haven't watched my other videos, I think I mentioned maybe that fantasy is like my favorite genre ever. The books I've been reading, they haven't really been fantasy. Passenger was kind of-ish. It was like historical romance type thing, and it had the time travel. I don't know, I don't really count that as fantasy completely. I was kind of actually slowly getting into a reading slump, and then this beautiful book came up. And fantasy books have this thing where they just get me out of a reading slump, and I'm like, oh my god, wait, what? No, what happened? What? What's happening? Because fantasy novels do that. They do twists and turns, and you get really confused for a period of time, then it all makes sense and blows your mind. I really enjoyed this book. I think it was super fun. It had some good twists in it that I really liked that I couldn't really call, and it was like, oh my gosh, what? Is it the best fantasy novel I've ever read? No. After Mistborn, I have high expectations, but it was really, really fun, and the author did something very unique with this too. But first I want to give you the rating. So the rating has a 3.77 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. I personally gave it 4 stars. I think it deserves a little bit higher. The beginning is hard to get through in a sense because it's very stereotypical of a fantasy novel. But once you get through that, it's really fun and different and exciting. So, Shadow Bright and Burning, it follows this girl named Henrietta who has this weird power to set herself on fire. And one day, something happened, not revealing what, because you can read it to find out what happened. And it ends up that somebody realizes she has this power and believes she is the prophesied female sorcerer that is going to save this world from these giant monster thingies that are attacking London for some reason. But it finds out that everything is not as it seems, and it's really exciting. You have witches, you have magicians. That was one thing that's really cool about it, is you have these three main different types of magic, and that's magicians, witches, and sorcerers. I think you'll enjoy it personally. I just say don't be too critical of it. Like I said, you have to get through that beginning. The beginning is when all the tropes of every single fantasy novel ever come, and you're like, oh my god, don't steal, stop stealing everything, and then it gets really good and it becomes its own original thing. And also, I don't really have a whole lot of books that deal with sorcerers per se. I mean, it's all different types of magic and fantasy, but I haven't had a sorcerer. Does that make sense? If you can name a book that has a sorcerer in it that maybe I've read, maybe. I haven't read a book in a very long time, at least, where the person is labeled a sorcerer and it's about sorcery and all that. It was cool. It was cool. The writing is very simple, which is fine for me, actually. I don't really mind it that much. I'm not really a person who gets bothered by super simple writing. If we're talking about vampire, where are my Vampire Diaries books? Oh, they're hidden. You can't see them. If we're talking about Vampire Diaries, we're not going to talk about the Vampire Diaries writing, okay? I do like simple writing sometimes because it makes it easy to understand, and the book is a whole lot quicker, I feel like. That's basically all I can tell you without spoiling you willy-nilly. So if you don't want to be spoiled and go and get this book yourself, go buy it and read it, and hopefully you'll love it. I think you will. I had a great time with it. Goodbye, non-spoilery people. I'll see you once you've actually read this, alright? Alright, goodbye. Time for spoilery doilery stuff. I really loved all of the characters in this book. It was just so refreshing to have this group of people that were really well developed, I feel like. Henrietta, my main character, oh, I loved it. So one thing I loved about this character is the way the writer played her emotions in the story. Because, let's face it, every single main character, you have to follow their emotions. You have to go through this roller coaster with them. And what makes it really good to me is when you actually get why that character is angry or sad or happy or mad, and you feel that with them. There are some characters that I have read where I am so annoyed that they are being sad right now that I'm like, get up, stop crying, and go defeat whatever you have to defeat. Like, there are those characters that you just want to yell at because they're not doing anything. They're sulking or being angry for no apparent reason. This was not the case in A Shadow Bright and Burning. Every single emotion that Henrietta goes through, I was totally with her. When she was angry, I was right there angry with her. When she was sad, I got why she was sad. The only time I didn't agree with her was how she was being towards Hargrove, but again, she's been taught magicians are bad, so I can get that. Other than that, I felt like everything she was feeling, and I was getting pissed and happy and sad and scared all at the same time with her. It was awesome. This book had so many different twists. I knew that this character was not the prophesied one, so I was kind of waiting to see what exactly was going to happen that caused her not to be the prophesied one. Her being a magician, that was amazing twist to me. I don't know, I'm bad at discovering twists. I did not think that she was going to be a magician. I was like, wait, hold up, wait, what? I thought it was going to be something on the lines of like her mom or something, was like the evil witch who did everything, even though that was a really long time ago. I don't know, I thought it was going to be something like that. I just love it when twists completely get me by surprise. So all the different characters you have Selene, you have Magnus, you have Dee, Lamb, Wolf, am I forgetting one? Blackwood, I almost forgot Blackwood. How could I forget Blackwood? And Agrippa, and Rook, I got them all. Yeah! I want to see them develop more. Like, I want to see Wolf and Lamb develop more because I want to know more about them. My theory is that they're like into each other because Lamb has like a very special thing with the Wolf where like he listens to him, and it's a weird dynamic with them. So I'm thinking they're like in love, and we're gonna have that going on during like 1800 Victorian London. And I want to see those two characters develop particularly just because I didn't get enough of them. Dee too. Dee, I love Dee. I think I was imagining him as Ron Weasley. Because it said red hair and I automatically thought Ron Weasley. I know that Dee likes Lily and I want to see what's going to happen with that. But I just feel like he wasn't in this book enough either. And then you have Selene. She got me pissed at Selene with the whole like women shouldn't do magic thing. Oh, I was pissed at him. But I think we didn't have enough interaction with Selene for me to be completely and utterly shocked that it was Selene. And you had the scene right beforehand. She just figured out how to control her powers because of Hargrove, and she's talking with Selene, and Selene kind of glares at her a little bit. In the next scene, when she is kidnapped and almost killed, basically, it makes sense that it was Selene out of everybody. It kind of reminded me actually a little bit of the Divergent scene. Spoiler here. So if you don't want to be spoiled for Divergent, mute, and then I'll give a thumbs up when you can hit unmute, alright? Alright. It really reminded me of the moment in Divergent where Triss's best friend, is it Al? I think it's Al, it's been a while since I read it, betrays Triss. Tries to throw her over the bridge, and then you see that it's him and you're like, oh, what? Type thing. It really reminded me of that, so I don't know, that's what just popped into my head, was that scene from Divergent when I was reading that. You can unmute now! Let's talk about Agrippa's whole story. This dude sent me on a roller coaster for the last half of the book. I loved Agrippa. I thought he was awesome, he was sweet, he liked Henrietta and was helping her, and I was so excited I thought that Henrietta's thing wasn't probably going to go well, but I thought that it was going to be like Agrippa saves her and then they all keep her and like protect her from the sorcerer people. I was wrong. When Agrippa, at the very end, tells everybody that she is a magician, I was like, what? And for like 5 seconds, I was pissed at Blackwood because Blackwood was the one that Henrietta told about her being a magician. So I thought Blackwood told Agrippa and Palehook, and I was like, Blackwood? But then you find out that Agrippa knew from earlier, and I was like, Agrippa, what are you doing? And he got creepy and wanted to kill her, and I was like, what are you doing, Agrippa? You're scaring me. I was like, this is not okay. Agrippa's supposed to be good. I believed he was good this whole entire time. You cannot just flip that on me. And then you have the whole revelation about his daughter, Gwendolyn. That was the other twist that I was like, oh my gosh. Because I did not even think for a second that creepy little person with no eyes was going to be Gwendolyn. I could not comprehend, and I had to like stop and just register it in my head before I could continue. Oh my gosh, it was just so much at once, and I was like, wait, no, this is not okay. What? It was just so heartbreaking because my whole perspective on somebody changed in an absolute instant. And then did he die at the end? Did he die? I'm gonna assume he's dead because Gwendolyn carried him off into the sky to who knows where. Either that or Agrippa's gonna come back as a no-eyed thingamabob and him and Gwendolyn are gonna go after them. And then we have Blackwood. Blackwood was another character I kind of went up and down with. There was never a point where I really hated Blackwood. I mean, he was annoying, don't get me wrong, but I kind of saw that he was going to be a person that like eventually accepted it and they were going to become good friends, and she's going to live with him now, so I'm like, okay, and Brooke's coming along. Oh, that's great. Blackwood definitely is probably one of my favorite characters because my other favorite character, who I'm going to get to in just a second, I don't know how to feel yet because I'm still pissed at him insanely. His whole twist with the father, like unleashing the ancients, that was pretty awesome. And I was just so happy that he helped save her in the end, and I cannot wait to see what happens with them. There's like so much stuff that I want to happen between Blackwood and Henrietta, and I don't think it's gonna happen. But I really want it to. Here's the thing. We do have a love triangle in this story, but this book has what I call the Mortal Instruments conundrum. If you don't want to be spoiled for Mortal Instruments, mute and I'll give you a thumbs up. I know I'm spoiling other books, I'm sorry. In the Mortal Instruments, as those of you who have read it, I have not gotten all the way through the series. I'm only on book 3. But for right now, there are 2 main love interests in Mortal Instruments, and both of them I can't like. And one of them is just, he's kind of annoying. Simon, he's kind of annoying, and they're not right for each other, and they broke up, so that's good. And then Jace and Clary can't date, okay? That's just weird. That ruined it for me. And I love Jace, but that's not gonna work. I'm sorry. Okay, you can unmute. Okay, hopefully you unmuted, or else you're just gonna watch the rest of this video with like no sound, and that's really weird. This love triangle, the 2 people in this love triangle, I don't like either of them. Rook, I kind of liked at the beginning, and then he got creepy really, really fast. And Rook, I felt kind of bad for him because he's unclean, but he's really scary, and his creepy shadow power thing is really scary. And I think he's gonna turn evil. He's already turning evil, and I'm scared for Henrietta with him. Like, no, not Rook. Please don't choose Rook. I feel like she's going to, but please do not choose Rook, because Rook is creepy. His eyes are like black, and he can do creepy shadow thingy that kills people, and he is going to kill you. I am scared that he's going to hurt her. I know it. He is scary, and I feel bad for him, but no. As soon as his power was revealed, and like he is accepting this darkness, I was like, no, 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 no. We're not dealing with this right now. It was an interesting dynamic because I've never seen that where this person has a really creepy power and the other person's like, okay, I'll support you with this. No, usually you go get them help and she's not getting them help. And then we have the other love interest, Magnus. So he was my favorite character. He was funny. He was flirty, and I was excited because I was like, we're gonna have Henrietta and Magnus together. It's going to be amazing. I was so excited. I'm like, forget Rook and his creepy power. Let's go to Magnus. When they go and see like the opera and then they start making out, I was like, yes, let's go. It is happening. I'm excited. But then the ball dropped. My perspective of Magnus flipped in a second. Magnus talks to her and basically says, oh, I thought that's what we were going to do, was go all the way and then forget about it. And she's like, what? Wait, what? And then he's like, yeah, because like I'm engaged to another girl. And Henrietta's just like, I had like basically that same expression except more anger. And in that moment, it changed. Because I was like, you are engaged to another woman and you're trying to play Henrietta and all you do is want her for other stuff. And I was with Henrietta and I was pissed at Magnus. And I was like, no, you don't dare do that to Henrietta. You go, leave. I don't want to see your face again. And then I was frustrated because I'm like, well, who's she gonna go to now? Magnus was the jerk who just wanted her for like, not love, and she has Rook, who's a creepy, demonic person. I appreciate that he protected Rook for her, but I don't care. I'm pissed at him still. He did save her. That redeemed him a little bit, and he's still kind of hinting that he's gonna try and get her, so that should be interesting. I was so mad. The two people in this love triangle, I don't like. Well, Magnus, I kind of like, but I'm pissed at him. I'm proposing, instead of being on Team Magnus, I'm switching to a potential new team. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but it's a potential new team called Team Blackwood, because he's the only person that I'm kind of okay with her being with if they like end up falling in love. But I'm gonna hope that they do, because Rook is creepy, like I've established, and Magnus, unless he like breaks up with his wife and truly falls in love with Henrietta, he's a no-go. So I am Team Blackwood. If that team is potentially existing, I would say Team D. D's going for Lily, and Lily's going for Rook, and Lily needs to get off of Rook and go to D, and then Rook just needs to go away and become a creepy servant dude and leave everybody alone and get out of the whole love scene. All right, Rook, you are scaring people. You are scaring people, you are scaring me, and you are going to hurt everybody. You're going to hurt Lily, you're going to hurt Henrietta. Either get your powers under control or go away for a little while until everything is settled. So the last thing I want to talk about is actually a theory I have with this book. As you all know, in this book, Hargrove does the annoying thing of trying to tell Henrietta that something about her dad. And he keeps getting interrupted, which I was getting really pissed about because I hate that. Just tell me what it's going to be, okay? Or don't even mention it. Let her find out differently. Don't be like, he blah blah blah, oh, you disappeared. What? No, I can't find out till the next book. Great. The last thing that Hargrove says to Henrietta is that her father did not drown, and then Hargrove disappeared. So I have a theory, and I don't know if it's even remotely accurate, but I'm going to put the theory out there. Either I'm going to be right, and you guys are going to be like, oh my gosh, she was right when the next book comes out, or whenever we find out, or you're gonna laugh hysterically at me because there was no chance in any way that that was going to happen. So one of the main ancients is Rechlem. I think that's how you say it. Rechlem is pretty much the main head ancient person. He's like the boss of all the other ancients out there. And they were talking a little bit about Rechlem earlier. And they were saying how there were theories that he actually was a human at one point and then got twisted by dark magic and became Rechlem. My theory is that Rechlem is actually Henrietta's father, and he got twisted, and now he's bad. Because he has an interest in Henrietta too, so I'm thinking maybe that's part of it. Like, imagine that. Like, that'd be really cool if, like, well, not cool, that'd be a horrible situation to be in. I'm saying it'd be a good twist. And Hargrove was trying to protect her by not letting her know that that's what her father is now, because she's gonna have to destroy him. And I could be completely wrong, but that's what I think it is that she's going to have to face Rechlem, and is going to be her dad, and she might not be able to do it, or she will, but it's going to be very, very hard. What do you think? You can say, you're stupid. Well, actually, don't say I'm stupid. But you can say, it's the most amazing theory ever, or that's the worst theory I've ever heard on the planet. Who knows? But let me know. And that is basically all I have to say about this book. It was really, really good. I really enjoyed it. I am definitely reading the next book and seeing what in the world happens because I have too many unanswered questions that are going around in my head. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you have any other book or movie or any type of other videos you'd like to see, let me know. If you have any more book or movie recommendations, I'll definitely do a review for them. So I really enjoy making these videos for you guys, and they're super fun. So thank you for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope you enjoy them as well, because they're a great amount of fun, and they're good therapy for me when I'm really pissed at a book, or movies. So thank you for letting me speak from my heart. I hope you have a wonderful day, nights, evenings, afternoon, whatever time of the day it is, and thank you so much. And don't forget to be awesome. All right. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Goodbye.